What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to be trying to make Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night in Minecraft. Now, this video will contain all 4 offices, along with, obviously, the entire pizzeria. I will chapter that, I'll probably talk about that more later, but the offices will be the last thing we do just because of that fact. And, yeah, they all are, and here is the rest of the build. So, again, yeah, we're going to kind of worry about the offices at the end, and we'll just get the main thing done. There are no animatronics in this one because of the fact that you can pick and choose and all that jazz. I didn't actually put any. Maybe that's just my excuse, but I don't know. Also, there's no kitchen or whatever the hell the other one is called. I already forgot. The bathroom hallway. But yeah, we do have the vents up here, which is both the ventilation and the other thing, the ducts. But yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Wow, look at all those UCNs. Alrighty, so the space with this is a 45 by 59, and the materials you'll be needing to start off are gray concrete powder, black concrete, block of quartz, stripped mangrove wood, light gray concrete powder, gray concrete, a random block that preferably is really out there and questionable, which you'll see why I say that later, but I'm literally gonna grab freaking purple pillars. Like, I'm going really off the grid here. I guess block of coal, and we'll go with, what will we go with? I don't really know. Decisions. We'll do white wool. That'll get that out of the way, I guess. It's literally one cloud on a wall. I don't know why it's there. Anyway, starting from the front right-hand corner of your 45 by 50 grid golf, if you made it, you want to start by counting left by 7. And going left, you will place 5 gray concrete powder. Then, I was not prepared for this. Let me get up my image, which is basically my note sheet, just as an image instead, which gives me all of the numbers. And what you want to do from there is you want to go left from that with, I really don't have the office dimensions. I'm a genius. You want to go left with 13 of your questionable block. For me, that is per pillar. And then left from that with 5 gray concrete powder. From the purple on the sides, we're going to start with the right side. You want to go back and place 5 purple pillar, gap of 2, 1 purple pillar, gap of 2, 2 purple pillar, and then a gray concrete powder. I'm going to call it purple pillar, even though technically speaking it doesn't have to be, but you know. From the leftmost purple pillar, you'll go back with 8 purple pillars, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gap of 2, 2 purple pillars, and then a gray concrete powder. These go sideways? They do. You will place a row of purple pillar connecting these 2 gray concrete powders together. That's what I wanted to know. My OCD wouldn't let me do, like, one block not facing, so I had to do them all facing. At least on that particular row. I don't care enough to know or to do the rest, but, you know. Let's start with the... Which side are we starting with here? Which side are we starting with here? So, we'll start with the left back gray concrete powder, which is this one kind of in the purple, or the office grid. This is the office grid, by the way. This is just the walls that need to be office walls rather than the normal walls. You want to bring this gray concrete powder back by 17. And you want to do the same with the other corner, actually. And then connect them together. So you have this. Now we'll take the furthest left gray concrete powder here, and you will bring it back with 13 gray concrete powder. Correction, 14. I missed my notes there, so it's 14. Gap of 2, and then you'll place 14 more gray concrete powder. 4, 6. So it should be in line with that one there. I told myself to put the corners in all of them, and I guess I just didn't there. That's cool. From this doorway, you'll take the 2nd gray concrete powder in front of and behind and bring them out with 5 gray concrete powder. connect the ends together. That's the little supply closet. This isn't quite the same as FNAF 1. I mean, it's fairly similar, but like, these rooms are, that room's different, backstage is different, and obviously there's no hallway, which I'll get to that later. From the front right gray concrete powder, here you'll just straight up bring it back with 30 gray concrete powder. Like so. There's the office and hallways and supply closet. From that point on the right side here, you'll take this gray concrete pattern, you'll go right by 2. Leave a gap at 2. Then place 2 gray concrete powder. Go back with 7 gray concrete powder. Back diagonally to the right with, I guess we'll still call it a gray concrete powder. Then back by 6. Back diagonally left by 1, and then back by 9. From this gray concrete, you'll go left by 11. Back by 4. Left by 12. Forward 4. Left by 11. Forward 2. Then leave a gap of 2. Then place 9 gray concrete powder. Place 1 forward diagonally left 1. Then go forward by 6. Forward diagonally right 1. Forward 3, and then you'll connect right with what should be 5 gray concrete powder. And that's most of your grid. We just have to do the closet there. So from this closet, you will take the back corner of the dining area, which is this gray concrete powder right here. You will bring it... I want to make sure these walls are the same before I actually say what I'm going to say. Okay, yeah. You want to bring this gray concrete powder left by 9. Then go forward by 9. And then connect right with what should be 8 this time. And there you go. There's your grid done. From this point, you'll take each gray concrete powder and you will just extend them up by 1. Unless, alternatively, you want to break the floor into the ground, you can do that. I just wouldn't recommend it because it sucks. But yeah, we'll start by bringing everything up here. Now, important information. The kitchen, I removed the outline for. If you really want it, you can just look at FNAF 1 and copy it. However, I didn't add it for the main reason of the fact that I don't have the bathroom hallway. And the reason I don't have the bathroom hallway is because, what's its face? Funtime Foxy, I believe's, stage clips into that wall, and I didn't want to have the hallway there because of that. So I just removed it entirely. I'm pretty sure that's what I did, at least. I don't really know. But, alternatively, if you really want, you can add it back. I don't particularly see it important. But, yeah, I do understand that it's kind of a concern because it is on the map, but it has nothing in it, and there's... I don't believe there even is a camera for the kitchen, or I think there actually is. No, there is. It's just blocked off again. So, yeah, but there is not one for the hallway. I know that for sure. But, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think there was one for the kitchen. Anyway, from this point, we're going to kind of mark out a couple of walls that disobey the patterns. So, if you head to the back here, where the show stage is in FNAF 1, it's a little thing that sticks out of the back of the dining area. Essentially, around the edges here, you'll just place light gray concrete powder. Except for those corners where the dining area walls go across, you're going to leave that just empty for now. And then the 2 rows of 7 off of either side here, where they just stick out of the wall by 1, you'll place light gray concrete powder on top of those. So that's pretty much all of your walls that disobey everything else. You can, just to get it out of the way, place 3 rows of light gray concrete powder on top of each. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night also. I am for the most part. Haven't said that yet. These, like, game tutorials always start crazy. Usually with, if it's like, I don't know, a McDonald's or something, you know, there's usually a wall we're filling fairly early in that I can say that during. But with these, it's straight into some sort of just absurd layout or something, you know. Anyway, you should have this. The rest of the gray concrete pattern follows the general FNAF 1 pattern. Now, if you're making the FNAF 1 office, you can actually do these walls for the office as well. If you're making any of the other ones, you can't. So that's kind of where the fun stops. Essentially, it's the same thing as always, really. It's the black concrete and the block of quartz alternating, and you can pick wherever you start this. I'll just pick here at the end of the hallway, making sure that any outer corner like this you skip over, and then you just continue the pattern here. So if you look at it from the, like, inner wall here, you'll see the pattern kind of perfectly goes around this bend. For a room like the supply closet here, you'll see I have a block of quartz, and where there's the black concrete in line with the gray concrete pattern wall, it will end up being brought out by 1, because then it'll be block of quartz there, black concrete there, and etc. And it should line up the same on the other side, which is correct, yeah. It is kind of weird because of the doorways, but yeah, just really for, I believe it's for all doorways, actually. Yeah, you'll just kind of count the number, or it'll be the opposite on either side of the 2 block ones. For these, it will be kind of just counted, so like this would be white, black, white, black, white, black, white, and then it would start again on black. It's not really too complicated, it is just kind of annoying to figure out sometimes. But as somebody who has made this, oh, darn it, somebody who has made this pattern more times than I can count, you know, it's really nothing. Seeing as how I've made each of these FNAF games twice, including, I guess, 4 times for, like, FNAF 2 in them. So black, 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 and then it'll be white. You also can just figure out if it's an odd or an even number here, and if it's an odd, they'll be the same on either side. If it's an even, they'll be different. That's, I guess, another way to do it. I'm not going to quite time-lapse yet, because we will time-lapse the floor and probably the ceiling at the same time. That seems, I think, reasonable enough. Because neither of them are that bad, I swear. And that will be the same. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, it's a fun time for sure. This is one of those builds, I think. One of the builds of all time. So, I guess I'll also talk about this, because this is something worth mentioning while we're doing this. I was actually going to make a tutorial on making the UCN offices where they interchange. So, like, you can hit an old button and it would change the office you're in, instead of having to teleport to 4 different ones. However, the reason I didn't end up doing that is because paintings, structure voids, and weird set block commands, which I think are still in it, actually. But I'll have to make sure they work, because I'm realizing now that they don't. I'll finish that thought in a second. From this point, you'll go on top of each of, or all the checkerboard pattern and place sideways strip mangrove wood, just going around the whole build. Do not go over doorways still, and for corners like this, I guess you can place it upward facing. It doesn't really matter what you do. But yeah, leave the doorways open. So what I was saying, anyway. Because of the way they work, it would update, and it would just say, nuh-uh, I don't think I will. And it would just, it would either, like, make the paintings overlap or something else, so I just didn't. But, I don't know, that might only be a Bedrock problem. If you're in Java, I guess you can let me know if it would work. But, you know, I'm a certified Bedrock player, so... Oh, God. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's fine. Wait, that means... Can't I just switch this part? I should be able to, in theory. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll fix it later, actually. It doesn't matter. I'll fix it when I do the time-lapse. That's so unfortunate. I'll just go all the way across for now, and then I'll have to break it. It's not a huge deal. There's always something with me, isn't there? Anyway, from this point, you'll place 2 rows of light gray concrete powder on top of the stripped mangrove wood, which should make all of your walls the same height. Which just means the walls that we are currently making and the walls that we aren't making, yeah. Ignore the doorways again for a second, because I do have to specify what we're doing with them. Because concrete powder doesn't float. Kind of weird how that works. Like, I guess because it's powder, but... At the same time, okay, did I really just, like, miss this whole... I'm so smart. It's going terribly, apparently. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. This shouldn't be too bad of a tutorial, though. I mean, it's pretty much FNAF 1, but not as much. And then just, like, 3 times the offices. I think the office is wider as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the proportions are different. What was I saying before I got distracted by myself? Oh yeah, like concrete powder, sand, and gravel fall, but nothing else does. I don't get it. A little bit weird. I do like that we have gravity blocks because they're certainly nice for a lot of things. Just I don't feel like I'm ever really using them, you know? I guess anvils fall too, stuff like that, but you get the point. And I have a whole nother segment to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's fine. It's the life. Anyway, once you have done that, your walls should be done, and we can focus on the doorways. I'm not done, though. Now I am. Yeah, you should have this. So, over each doorway, you will, on the bottom row of light gray concrete powder, just place gray concrete across, and then you'll have light gray concrete powder on top of the gray concrete. There's like, what, 2 doorways? 3, I guess, because the kitchen. And that's it, yeah. Because we do have the office doorways, but those don't exist yet. That's a weird sentence. We have them, but we don't. Anyway, I'll hit you with a double whammy here. So, the floor is a checkerboard pattern of just black concrete and block of quartz again. Do not go into the office at all because, again, unless you're making the FNAF 1 office, it is not this pattern. It might be for UCN as well, actually. Or not UCN, Pizza Sim, sorry. This is UCN. Insane. But, yeah, you're doing this all the way through the build. Just that. And, again, it's... They essentially only touch on the diagonals. So, like this. I should probably use block of quartz so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So, yeah, this. I'm actually going to just stick with it at this point, whatever. Now, the other thing you're doing, because I enjoy just getting everything done now. Might as well combine into one time lapse, because the other step is easier. Hold on, I'm going to do this. Is you're 1 block above the height of the walls, you're filling in your ceilings with block of coal. I'd recommend doing this second, just because, but it really doesn't matter what you do, or what order you do it in. So, yeah, like that. Walls. No, not walls. Floor and ceiling. And fix the walls if you screwed up like I did, but hopefully you didn't because, maybe you have a brain cell, I don't know, a singular one. No more, no less. You need precisely 1 brain cell to activate, Ultimate Custom Night making ability in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Or Java Edition, I don't know, maybe you're building this in Java. Anyway, I'll catch you whenever I'm done filling in a lot of things. For a lot of time. So you should have something that looks a little bit cursed, but also like this. Now, if we head inside, I think, just so we're on the same page here, before we actually clear inventory, we do need to do something with this white wool. But we're going to do all the interior, and then we're going to do the vents and ducts, and we're going to kind of essentially line up everything with the office. And I believe, I will confirm this before I actually do it, but we should be able to do the office ceiling before we end up actually doing the rest of the office. Just for the sake of having that already done, and so I don't have to clip that in each office individually. Anyway, on the left wall in the dining area, which is this one here with the doorway at the back and the thing at the front, a little indentation, you want to count back to the the second light gray concrete powder behind this here. And what you want to do is you want to break these first 3. Now, you will have a little bit of a fall, which is fine. You can just break the second row as well. The bottom row will be filled with white wool, and the top middle one will also be a white wool. The side, you can just place the concrete powder back. I don't know why there's particularly one cloud, but, you know, it's there, so we don't ask questions. Anywho, we can clear our inventory, and we're going to start with the left hallway, which is this one, which I think is, what, East Hallway? The one that Bonnie goes down in FNAF 1. You want to start off by clearing your inventory and getting out a cauldron, nether brick fence, dark prismarine stairs, dark prismarine slabs, oak trap door, paintings, and for in the supply closet, it will be block of coal, item frames, and I guess we'll go with paper. Sure, that'll get us pretty much everything done. We'll just be missing one material, of course. It always works that way. So anyway, where the office door should be on this left side, which is here, you will take the back half and just trace it left, and place a cauldron here. I don't have water in it. You can put water in it, but and then you'll place 2 nether brick fences going up from there. Behind the cauldron, you will place a dark prismarine stair facing back, and then behind that stair, you'll place a dark prismarine stair facing forward. Place a slab on top of each that is also dark prismarine. From the checkerboard pattern behind those, you'll count up an additional block, and you'll place a 2x2 painting here. I actually have it as that one with the cake, the flower, and the pot, which is kind of nice that I got that. But then anyway, you'll kind of head to the other side of this doorway here to the second strip mangrove, and here I have another 2x2 painting, which is the villagers, the 2 villagers. From that painting, you'll end up being a block behind it and down, and you'll place a nether brick fence on what is a black concrete for me. It might be a quartz for you, it depends. Below that, you'll place another nether brick fence with, off the top one, an oak trap door opened up against the, I guess, front of it, like so. In the supply closet, you'll head inside and you'll just look to the right. And this will be, I guess, the front right-hand corner. Sure, I was going to call it the back right, but it is, I guess, the front right. You'll count left, back, what? Something like that, by 1 to this block. And you'll place a dark prismarine stair facing backwards. But behind it, you'll place a dark prismarine stair facing forward. This is from the direction of the door, by the way, as you can see. You'll then copy those on top of each other one more time, and then place slabs on top of that. From this point, you'll place a block of coal behind each of these stairs at the back, and then bring the bottom block of coal left by 1, and have an item frame off the front. This is my beautiful TV design that nobody can take, because it's totally unique and genius, and it's definitely not terrible at all. From the back left-hand corner of this closet, you'll count forward by 1 and place a block of coal. In front of that, you'll place 2 more blocks of coal on top of each other. And then off the right side, you'll place item frames. Off the back wall, specifically the left 2-most strip mangrove, you'll place item frames, and then you'll have 1 above the left one again, like so. Place paper in each of these, and you should rotate them 3 times. So they kind of face upwards. Still a weird looking piece of paper, but, you know, whatever. You then just need a grindstone. And at the back left-hand corner here, you'll place a grindstone with the dark oak kind of, I guess, leg sticking out on the right side there. At your supply closet and east hallway, no, it's west hallway, god dang it. Let's actually do the for real east hallway this time, because I can figure things out. And I guess clear your inventory, even though we may need some of the same materials, but too bad. And you will get out. Oh god, yeah, okay. That there's a lot more in this hallway. What the hell? You need block of coal, item frames, Paper. The paper piles have returned. That was not intentional when I said paper, but whatever. Dark prismarine slabs, which we'll use for a singular block. Dark prismarine stairs. Sandstone wall. Warped fence. Paintings. I guess we'll leave it there because there's really nothing else we can get with that one slot. I guess we can get out a loom so we can slap it on the ground for the next step, which is the paper pass. So you have two doorway things here on the right side. Is that right? Oh, it totally is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I like processed that wrong. You want to take the block in the middle here and just trace it across and place going up here to block of coal. Bring the bottom one back by 1. Then leave a gap of 3 moving back, and you'll place 2 block of coal moving back, and then go up by 1. On the opposite side of the hallway, you'll copy that shape exactly. And then you'll place item frames on the side of each of these block of coal that face towards the middle of the hallway, which would be left or right, like so. From the frontmost shape from this top block of coal, you'll place 2 item frames moving up, and then 1 forward. Each of these you'll place paper in and yet again rotate them 3 times. From this point, you can head back to the, I guess you're still on the right side, and you'll count back from this backmost shape by 3 to this block here. Place a dark prismarine there, and then left of it a slab. On top of the dark prismarine, you'll place a sandstone wall and a warped fence. This is, I think it's the Trash in the Gang vacuum, but it might not be that vacuum. Wait, isn't this in Into the Pit? It's in Oswald's house and Into the Pit. I don't know how I processed that, but whatever. You leave a gap of 1 moving back from that and place a dark prismarine stair facing back. Behind it, stair facing forward. Copy those stairs on top of each other by 1 and then place slabs on top. Painting positions. From the back half of what we just made, you'll count up to this light gray concrete pattern. You'll place a painting here, a 1 by 1. I have it as this one here. It looks like the kiwi, the bird kiwi. From that, you'll count up diagonally right by 1 and place another 1 by 1, which I have as the poppy in the, it looks like almost a desert. I won't ever get it, will I? I don't know if these are exactly what they should be, but I'm just telling you what they are anyway. From that one, you'll count, I guess, forward by 1, not back, and down by 2 and place a 1 by 1 painting here, which is the bowl of salmon, which I'm still going to call a clown. Give me the stupid thing, please. I'm begging you. Oh, my lord. Ah, and I got it, too. Go figure. Whatever. There we go. I got it. From that one, you'll count forward by 2, and here you'll have a 2 by 2 painting, which is Bob Ross. It's not actually Bob Ross, but it is Bob Ross in my mind. Nothing can change my mind on that. There we go. Now you can aggressively smack your loom on the... Hold on, we gotta get ready for this. You can, aggressively smack your loom on the floor. Oh, I smacked it on the ceiling. Well, we're gonna use that. It's okay. And, you can... You can get out a couple banners, and they all should be... You just need white banners, actually. However, the dyes you need are as follows. Hold on, I gotta, like, open them. Light blue. Red. White. Purple. And cyan. Put in your first banner, and you want to start off with... Hold on. You want to start off with the light blue Paley pattern, which is the, like, weird stripes. This one. You then want to put in your red, and you'll do the Pale Sinister and Pale Dexter, which are the lines on the right and left. And then you'll put in your white dye, and you'll do, like, the top. I guess it's third. The top line of white, which is Chief Fess. I just want to make sure that is fine. Yes, that is fine. So we'll just do that for all of them, I guess, unless, of course, we need it to be more. Which... Oh, wait, no, okay. So... Yeah, okay, what we're going to do here is because... I misinterpreted that, my bad. But from the bottom item frame here with the paper in it, you'll count back by 3 and place an item, or place your banner there. You'll put the banner back in and put the white die back in and do the full top half is white. So I was right with that, I guess, which is perfect. And then you'll place that above. So from now on, we're going to just do the top half before. That was a bad way to do it. I didn't realize that was how it was. But anyway, for the next banner, you're going to put in your white and you're going to do the paley in purple this time, which is, again, the stripes. You'll then do the red lines again. And this one will be just in front of the top banner on that last paper pal. And then again, you'll put this back in and you'll do the top half white. That just is easier, especially if you're in creative, to do it that way. So you save an extra banner. Final banner in. This time it is, oh, it's green paley. I didn't realize there was green. I can't read, my bad. So you need green dye, and you'll put in your banner and your green and do the paley. And then you'll do cyan on the left and right instead of red. And then this will be, I guess, down diagonally right from the bottom banner of that if you're looking at the wall. And then you'll put this back in and put the white dye back in and do the top half white and place that above it. Those are your paper pals. That was rough. I'm sorry, but that's what you get. As your final result, I mean. Not in like a, that's what you get for sucking. I don't know. I didn't mean that negatively. It sounded negatively. Anyway, clear your inventory and get out mangrove slabs, mangrove stairs, and glow item frames. And in front of the Bob Ross painting, you'll count to the second strip mangrove in front and place an upside down mangrove slab. On top of it, you'll place an upside down mangrove stair with a glow item frame off of it. It's time for the main dining area. This honestly isn't too complicated. It's probably as easier than the FNAF one. Well, the FNAF one had like 18 different floor patterns going on as well, so we do have that going for us, so we don't have to deal with that. But you want to get out white concrete powder, polished blackstone stairs, chiseled tuff, which for some reason I'm not going to be able to find because I haven't used it, I don't think, since they switched its material. Chiseled tuff bricks, actually, apologies. Not the normal one. Polished blackstone brick stairs. Polished blackstone brick blocks. Purple wool. Birch buttons. And then we'll go with barriers or structure voids, doesn't really matter, and a birch sign. This is for Funtime Foxy. So, we're going to start with the chiseled tuff bricks. If you look at the front wall here in the kind of middle, you want to find the middle block. And I'll place something here and I can see that this is 6 and 6 off the sides. That's cool. From this particular block, you will count out on either side by, is this not symmetrical? Oh, it's totally not symmetrical. That's probably not intentional, to be honest. Are these like lined up? Hold on, are these lined up with the thing? I think so. I think so. Okay, sick. They're just asymmetrical for some reason. So you want to count left from this by 4 and place just a random one there. And then right from it by 3 and place one there. That's just a placeholder because from that you'll end up placing one actually out of the wall and then you'll connect it into the ceiling. When you do this, I would advise breaking the block of coal above it and making that also a chiseled tuff brick. But it's one off the wall and it sticks in by 2. The reason we break that block is so we know where these are placed from the outside. I still don't know why it's asymmetrical. There might be a reason for that. I guess we'll see later. But anyway. Moving on from that. This next part should for real be symmetrical this time. Yeah, okay. You want to take the corners of this wall that we were just talking about. And you want to count back by 3 or to the third block and place a white concrete powder. Extend them out by 2. And then you'll leave a 4-block gap moving in and place another white concrete powder. Which then you can just connect those together. So you have 3 rows of 3. Each of the white concrete powders can be brought back by 6. Just like this. I can't stay silent for too long. It's not in my blood. And then you'll leave a 2-block gap going back from that and do the same thing with, I guess it's 7 in total. 4, 5, 6, 7. And you should end up 5 off of the back wall. Which is cool. Or not cool. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Maybe you perceive this entire build as trash, and in that case, cool, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just a Minecraft dude. What do I know after all? Like, so, you should have 6 tables. Which I hope is the correct amount. I don't know, I didn't do the math. Off of the left and right of each table, you'll place polished black stone stairs every other block. Starting from the first and what should end on the last. You'll have 4 on either side. And, I mean, that's really all. Like, there's not much else to it. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. They should all fall on the same block in their respective rows, funnily enough. As in the rows of 2, not the rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. And never mind. Just into tables. I'm stupid. But yeah, you'll have this. Ignore me then. I told you I don't know. Anyway. On both the gaps, we're going to do the same thing here. So you can't do them at the same time. I guess I kind of will. If you look at the walls here, you'll place 2 polished black stone brick stairs moving in from the sides here where the gray concrete powder is. They should just face kind of out. From the inner ones, you will actually bring them out with 2 polished black stone brick stairs that should face away from each other, I guess? Towards the front or back, like so. You'll then bring those end ones towards each other with polished black stone brick stairs that face across the dining room. And then out with ones that face, again, away from each other. And then you'll connect those together with polished black stone brick stairs facing across. So you should have this shape. It's a little bit of a weird shape, but it did the thing, so don't ask questions. Well, I guess we'll start by filling in the middle here with polished black stone bricks, just to get that out of the way, because we have to do it anyway, obviously, so do it now. And then you're going to take, the best way I can describe this is the outer polished black stone brick stairs, and you're going to place purple wool on top of them going up to the ceiling, which would be essentially these furthest out ones, and then these rows of 2. The only exception is you leave the middlemost block open, like so. But you kind of have this shape going on. And then again, you'll bring them each up to the ceiling. It's kind of like the extra night in Sister Location, where it's just got 2 show stage curtains in the same room for some reason. It's kind of weird, but, you know, I don't judge. I think that has 2, doesn't it? Or am I losing my mind? I feel like there was 1 on either side of that back room. Maybe there's not. There's definitely 1, though. But I swear there was another one. Now I feel like I'm wrong. Whatever. Anyway, you're covering this from this point in birch buttons and not doing whatever I accidentally just did. Don't cover them in every block and kind of make sure they're not split up necessarily, but, you know, there's not too many in a row. You kind of want an even spacing of them like that, which isn't very even, but shush, it's fine. No one has to know. Not like this is my actual version anyway. If it was my actual version, I'd try a little harder. I know I shouldn't admit to that, but, you know. It's just for the tutorial, so this build will be long and forgotten anyway. On the right side curtain, which is this one over here, you want to take the frontmost polished black stone brick stair on this row of 3. You'll place a barrier in front of it, or I guess to the left of it, and then place a birch sign on that barrier just facing straight across. I have nothing on this sign. You could put showtime and then like an hour, 4 a.m. or whatever, if you so choose. I didn't, though, because I didn't feel like it. But, yeah, there you go. Next up. So I feel like an inventory clear, am I right? Yes, I am right. Inventory clear time. So get rid of everything and get out. Dark oak trapdoors. Soul torches, where the hell are they? There they are. Red terracotta? Yeah, I couldn't tell what block that was. But it's red. Warp slabs, which we'll also use for planks. Mangrove slabs. Dark oak stairs. Oh my lord, I have too many things open. Hold on. Ah, they're all open. Light gray carpet. Time to open another one. Paintings. And we'll go... Oh my god, what will we go? That's a really good question. I guess item frames. I don't really know. So before we do anything, the kitchen door here, this one, you want to essentially place dark oak trapdoors in it wherever you want, whether it's in the block or out of block, and you'll just kind of, you know, open them up to create a doorway. And I would back off or block off the back of this with whatever. I'm using red terracotta because I just have it, so yeah. This one actually doesn't have the gray concrete above it, funnily enough. I guess because I don't need to worry about gravity, but I'm going to keep it because I feel like it makes more sense anyway. In addition to that, I do have this barriered off, so you cannot walk in there or do whatever. For the soul torches on these sides, on the right side that we're on, you'll count out to the second strip mangrove from either side of the curtain and place a soul torch. On the other side, you will do the same thing. However, there is an extra step here. From the backmost one, you'll leave a gap of 1, soul torch, gap of 1, soul torch. So you should have 3 on the back on that side. I don't know why it's only that side, but whatever. Yeah, it's really none of my business. I mean, it is my business, but it's also not at the same time. I don't know. Let's direct our attention to the show stage, which is actually a prize corner in this game. From this gray concrete powder here on the left side, you will go right, and you will place 7 red terracotta. On the top, going left to right, you'll place a light gray carpet, dark oak stair facing forward, and then 5 light gray carpet. The middlemost red terracotta, you will place a 1x1 painting on, which I actually have as that kiwi-looking bird. And then right of that one, you'll have another 1x1, which I have as the green dude with the teacup. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but that's what it looks like. I don't know what a lot of them are. I'll just never get it, will I? I'm just confined to reality. Okay, there we go. On the right side over here from this gray concrete powder, you'll place 2 warped planks moving left. Bring either of them back by 1 and then place warp slabs on top. From the left side here at the back wall of this, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place going right from there 7 upside down mangrove slabs. From that row, you'll count up by 2 and start from the far left again and place 8 going right this time. You do not have a gap. Like so. Just right of this topmost upside down mangrove slab, you'll place an item frame. Then place 1 up diagonally right 1. Then up diagonally left 1 from there. And then if you focus on the right wall here behind this strip mangrove, you'll place an item frame with 1 up diagonally back. We don't have the materials to fill any of those, unfortunately, so we'll just have to kind of awkwardly wait. There should only be one more thing we can do, and it's place a singular dark oak stair on the bottom mangrove shelf here on the far right. These are all the plushies, by the way, which I think are for the characters that can actually, you know, spawn in your hallway and then kill you if you don't buy their plushie. It doesn't make sense, but, you know, that's what it is. Clear your inventory and get out. Smooth quartz stairs. Warp stairs. Bamboo stairs. Paper. Glowstone dust. There we go. Fire charges. I guess you can figure out which materials are for the item frames. A little bit of a tough guess, but you know, where are fire charges? Are they in items? I think they are actually. Wait. Okay, well this is awkward. The next material you need anyway is chains, as I attempt to find these. They are in items. I knew it. And then after the chains, what will we get at actually? That's a really good question. We'll leave it at there, actually. We'll place all the chains and then just do the next step after. So, on these shelves, from this dark oak stair, you'll go left, and you'll place a bamboo stair, gap of 2, smooth quartz stair. On the top shelf, also going right to left, you'll place a bamboo stair, gap of 2, smooth quartz stair, gap of 1, warp stair. In each of the item frames, we'll start with the right wall here. This frontmost one has a glowstone dust rotated 5 times? Yes, 5 times. Next one, kind of going back, is a paper rotated 3 again. And so are the top 2 on the back wall, actually, they're paper. And then the bottom one on the back wall is just a fire charge. For the chains, behind where the dark oak stair is on the counter, you will place moving up 3 chains from the floor. Left of that, you'll place 2 chains. And then also behind that same one from before, you'll place 4 chains moving up. On the right side, just left of the warp here, which should be the prize box, I believe, you'll place 2 chains. Behind it, you'll place 3. And then right of that, you'll also place 3. Clear your inventory and get out. White concrete. Pink terracotta, I think. Yeah, pink. Magenta terracotta. Light blue terracotta. And lime terracotta. Going left to right in from the chains, you'll take this furthest left one we placed, and you'll place a light blue terracotta on top, and then a magenta on top of that. On top of the next chains, and what should be right of this magenta, you'll place a lime terracotta. Top of this back chain here, you'll place a pink, and then on the other side, you'll take this 2 on the front and place a white concrete. Behind it, a pink on top of this chain with a magenta on top of that. And then right of the magenta is a light blue. And there's your prize corner done, and that means your main area is done. We just have to do little Toy Freddy's gaming session because, you know, he's on that grind, what can I say? Unfortunately, he's horrible at gaming. He's worse at FNAF than I am, and that's saying something. Anyway, head into the backstage gaming quarters, and you want to get out. Spruce slabs, which we'll also use for planks, I guess. Blackstone stairs. Blackstone slabs, which also will be used for blocks, not planks. Block of coal. Item frames. Paper. Nether brick fence. Paintings. And we'll go with the grindstone. Why not? The grindstone is back. I don't remember what it resembles, but it's there. I suck at finding things. Okay, there we go. At the back side here of the office, you will leave the left and right left and rightmost 2 blocks open, and on the third one in, you'll place a spruce plank. Bring it forward on either side by 1, and then connect them together with upside down spruce slabs. On top of the back upside down spruce slabs, you'll place upside down blackstone stairs with upside down slab off either side. Each of those slabs and or stairs can be brought up with a blackstone block. And then each of those blocks can be brought up with a slab. Bro is playing on that, like, that 80-inch TV. He's got it going. Right of the top blackstone slab, you'll place a painting here, which should be a 2x2, or 1x2, excuse me, and it's the... It's like the dude with the sword, you know? The pilgrim, I think? I forget. It's like on top of a snowy mountain or something. Anyway, on the right wall on this light gray concrete pad, you'll place an item frame. 1 below that, and then from that item frame, you'll place 1 in front. Paper in each of them rotated 3 times. From the back right-hand corner, you'll place going up from this block 2 block of coal. Block in front, you'll do the same thing, and then block in front of that, you'll place 1 block of coal. Place an item frame on each of those blocks of coal, and then off of the backmost block of coal, you'll place 2 nether brick fence going up. 1 to the right, and then 1 on top. From this upper front block of coal, you'll place a painting up diagonally forward by 1, which is yet again a 1 by 2, and it is yet again the same dude conquering the world. In front of the bottom half of that, you'll place an item frame with paper inside. I guess from that item frame, you can count forward an additional 1 and trace it down and place a grindstone here with the wooden leg sticking out the right and left. Although the left is up against the wall, but that's besides the point. To finish off this room, you will clear your inventory again and get out light gray carpet, polished blackstone button, andesite wall, and a warp slab. Off the front upside down spruce slabs here, you'll place light gray carpet with a polished blackstone button to the right. Bonus points if it faces that way, to where the long side of the button is kind of parallel to the short edge of the keyboard, which are just the 2 carpets. From the right half, I guess, of the middle of the desk, you'll leave a 1 block out moving back and place an andesite wall with a warp slab on top. Bro is gaming. And yeah, that's Toy Freddy's little alcove done. And that's literally everything but the office done. So I'm going to confirm that we can do the vents and stuff before I start here, because that'll just make it easier so I don't have to, you know, do that 6 different times. So the slab ceiling is different on each of them, which is not really a problem, because what I'll end up doing is just doing the things around, and we'll kind of just essentially make everything so it lines up with the edges of the office wall, and as we fill in the office walls from that point, we'll just kind of line everything up. I know this is way more complicated than it needs to be, but that's just how I like to roll, so leave me alone. You don't really need much for this part. You just really should need chiseled tough bricks, wherever they may be, and a polished deep slate. I don't believe you need any slabs or anything, because we are the slabs. Not really. But let me just confirm. Yeah, okay, everything is just chilling. So we have 2 layers here going on. We have the ducts, and then under the ducts we have the vents. So we're going to start with the vents, just because I would rather do that than wait until later and get all confused. So, alternatively, I don't know why I said alternatively, there is no alternate thing here. There is a hole in the wall where the vent starts, and I can pinpoint to you where it is. It is in the West Hall, or the Bonnie Hall as I call it, where this nether brick fence is with the oak trap door in front, which by the way is a fan. Just behind the nether brick fence, you'll take this block and you'll trace it right and then up. You'll break this light gray concrete powder, and I would recommend replacing the, oh god, let me just do this. I'd recommend placing a block of coal there, just because that's what I have, and I don't know, that's really it. Going right of that light gray concrete powder below the gap, you'll place 3 polished deep slate. You'll go forward with 6, right by 1, and then forward by 1. Each of those 2 forward ones can be brought right by 1 each, and again, you'll notice you're just behind the office wall point, which is good. That's good. That is what we want. From this back right-hand block here, you will place going right 5 polished deep slate. And then from there, you will go back with 9. And then from that point, you will go left by 8. And then you should be able to connect forward from there with 2 polished deep slate. There's one more kind of line through the middle here. I'll tell you where it is and how to make it. Obviously, that's kind of what I'm here for. From the front where you have the 2-block vent opening, you'll take the right half of that, and from this polished deep slate, you'll go back with 5 polished deep slate. You'll then go right with 3, and then back by 3, and you should connect back into the back there. Back into the back, that's crazy. From this point, you'll kind of just trace this a block up and out and place polished deep slate around all of the edges. The only exception, obviously, is you're making sure that you leave it open where the wall collides, obviously, and then where it will end up being into the office, which are literally just these 2 blocks here. Make sure you do the inside as well. This really isn't too hard. It's just, it's a lot, especially when we don't have the office wall to kind of work with and compare to. I guess we have the like, invisible plane where it goes, but, you know, that doesn't really do much. And then you'll end up putting a cap or ceiling on all of this with more polished deep slate. Just kind of following the exact same pattern of the original row we made a block up. You could do a block and a half if you wanted and make these slabs, but I don't really see the point in that anyway. You can still crawl through them, so... Nah. There you go. There's one half of what we're doing here today. Now, for the next part... Where the chiseled tough brick is in the ceiling on the back here. If you have it in the ceiling, that's excellent. If you don't, then, you know, we don't really have to worry too much, but do just, I guess, keep it in mind that, you know, that's a thing. Okay, I don't think the offset or the asymmetricality, that's a word, is intentional, but it's like that, so, you know, we're going with it. From that chiseled tough brick, you'll place another chiseled tough brick forward diagonally up by 1. You'll bring either of them forward by 5. And then connect them together there. You'll go right off of this row by 2 and left by 3. And you should kind of end to where you're just above the walls of the hallways. You'll bring either end forward with 7 chiseled tough bricks. And then connect together here. From there, you will go forward 3, 4, 5, 6 chiseled tough bricks from either corner. And then you'll go in on either side by 3. This part is actually symmetrical for real this time. And then from there, you'll go forward by 2. And then down diagonally forward by 1. I believe there's one more line we need to make. Yes, it's pretty easy to actually figure out. It's at the back here, just in the direct center, which I think is this block here. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and you're just placing chiseled tough bricks connecting those back 2 rows together. So you have what looks like an alien robot phase. But you're doing the same thing with this that you did with the vents, where you're just placing the chiseled tough bricks all the way around the, I guess, row. Where you have where they go down a block, I would kind of just go out 1 and then down 1 here, and just have it 2 tall. Around the edges, like so. Not necessarily easier that way, but that's just how it's going to be, so, you know. But yeah, you'll just kind of follow the pattern. But the reason we have it the 2 is because the top of the ducts do stay flat. God, ducts is a weird word to say. I guess I just say ducts and call it a day. Because that's a lot easier than saying ducts. Like, why emphasize the T when you can pretend like you're talking about a little guy. Anyway, that's so off the table. Or on the table, I guess. It could be on the table, I don't know. Maybe there's a duck on the table. Take what you will from that. And then you'll just cover the top of this with chiseled tough bricks the same way you did before with the vents. The vents and ducts are very much the same. Just shapes are different, and that's pretty much it, actually. There's really nothing else beyond that. So the office ceiling is, I believe, a half a block taller than the rest of the build's ceiling, if I remember my information correct. I don't know. I can literally just check. Yeah, no, okay, I'm right. Just like so. Now, what I would do from this point is I'd bring the chiseled tough bricks down by, I guess, 1 at the bottom here. Like so. If you so choose, just so it's not of an inconvenience, you can actually make the block of coal ceiling just a block above the height of the other ones. I don't really know if this is important. I mean, it's important for later. However, to, I guess, give you the boundaries of where it should be placed, it's essentially in line with the bottom row of the chiseled tough bricks, which is where the vents are. And it, again, you're just following the purpur pretty much. You see if I place one here and I look, I'm in the corner. So I'll just kind of trace the 4 corners. I'm doing this now because this one doesn't matter. It's really just for lighting purposes. However, it's going to help me especially as I'm trying to, you know, get everything done. But pretty much that's the shape of the office, and you can just fill in the middle here. It's going to help me with, especially, you know, clearing out the offices as I have to go through each one. and just kind of understanding where the ceiling and walls and everything should end up colliding. It is nice to just have there, but it's not hugely important. Now, if you would like to make each office, we are going to go in order. So, from the game logic. So, 1, 3, 4, sister location is the order we're building them. Again, there should be chapters in the video. If not, timestamps should be on the screen or something or other. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, yeah, it's office time. So to start off with the FNAF 1 office, the walls of this one are thankfully the same as the rest of the walls, so you just need to start off gray concrete pattern, block of quartz, or black concrete and block of quartz, I guess. I went to grab black concrete as I was saying block of quartz. Insane. You also need yellow concrete. Strip mangrove wood, wherever it is, I can't find it for some reason. Light gray concrete pattern. Blackstone slabs. Ochre frog lights, and I guess we'll just leave it there. I don't really see any other thing we could do. I guess polished deep-side stair. We can get that out of the way. It's not a little vent cover. So, as mentioned, just on top of your purple layer, you can just place gray concrete powder directly on it. That'll just make it easier rather than, you know, having to break and place it for some reason. Not that that would make a difference. And then you're doing the black concrete block of quartz checkerboard pattern around the walls from there. So, you should have a block of quartz here. So I'm going to place a black concrete here for the side wall patterns. This won't really apply for all of them. I believe this is the only one actually with the checkerboard pattern. But we can also see if we're lined up here, which it would appear as though we are. Yes, that's good. I wasn't actually expecting to be lined up. I'm going to be honest here. I thought I would have made another mistake somewhere, but we're good. Anyway, then from there you'll place the strip mangrove wood going around. Which we're just going to ignore the gaps for now. I'll explain them later. More so, I guess. I don't know why I went over that one. And then you'll place 3 rows of light gray concrete powder this time on top of the rest of the walls. Where you have the vent at the back wall, you'll place 1 row at the bottom, and then just leave the top 2 open for now. I was going to actually tell you what to do, but we'll just wait. I think it's easier to wait anyway. Let me know which office your guys' favorite is, I guess, if you have an opinion. Well, if you're making this one, I take it is this one, but maybe I'll say that during all 3, just for the funnies, you know? Oh, Lord have mercy, why would I do this? No. Okay. So you should have this. Before we actually focus on the rest, I'm going to tell you to do the floor now. For the floor, it just kind of comes through the room, whatever. However, on the right side, the frontmost doorway, you're replacing wherever the block of quartz will be with a yellow concrete. And then the rest of the floor pattern is literally just the same thing, again, as we've done pretty much everyone on this. But what, huh? What did I do? How did I already mess up? Oh, that's how I messed up. Nice. I'm so good at this game. At least I noticed, I guess. I mean, if I didn't notice that, that would have been kind of unfortunate. But, yeah. It's always something dumb like that, too, that I do. Like, the easiest block to place in known to man, and I somehow just placed the wrong one. It's impressive. Especially with how many times I do this. You'd think I would, like, just be able to do it without thinking, but I guess not. As a side note, I believe if you want to make all the offices, that's cool. Don't. I'm just kidding. Definitely do. I like watch hours. But, I think 2 of 4 have checkerboard patterns. I don't think sister location does, but I could be wrong. Why did I say there was a pizzeria simulator officer? Oh, because it's cobbled deep state walls, that's why. Anyway, above the 2 doorways on these sides and the vent, you're going to do the yellow concrete, black concrete checkered again, which it doesn't matter which side is which. It's on the side walls here, it's on the the bottom row of light gray concrete powder. Do not touch this front one here, this is the vent. And you can actually just bring the normal checkerboard pattern across above the vent and then everything else above it as well. But yeah, just fill in from this point naturally with light gray concrete pattern. So this is what you have. Just to the right of the vent at the back, you'll leave a gap of 2, and on the third light gray concrete powder, the middle one will be a polished deep slate stair, which you'll have to do some annoying things for. Like so. Just between the 2 chiseled tough bricks that stick down, you'll place an ochre frog light here. The rest of the ceiling is covered with upside down black stone slabs, like so. And yeah, they are all are different. Actually, FNAF 3 might be the same here as well. FNAF 3 and 1, I think, share the most similarities. Then again, 1, I think, and Sister Location are probably the hardest. 3 and 4 don't seem too bad. I was just kind of looking at them to see what I had and debate if I wanted to do it all today, and I might as well. One day UCN tutorial, amateur. Anyway. We'll start with the desk, because that's the part that I want to do the least, and I have to do it 4 times. Get out an armor stand. Spruce slabs, which we'll also use for planks. Nether brick fence, which we may not even use. We might use a /set block command for that. Flower pot. Bamboo. A Steve head. Or just player head, actually. Oh, they named it. That's interesting. Snow, which is top snow, if you're more familiar with that. Birch button. And I guess we'll get out a cauldron and put it on the ground for a second here. And then you can get rid of it, actually. So from the vent here on the right side, you want to take the black concrete at the front, and you will count, or what, it might be a yellow, whatever it is, and you'll count left from it by 4 to this block. You'll place a spruce plank here with another one in front. Just to the left of the back spruce plank, you'll place an armor stand facing forward, and I would shift, crouch, click on it once so its arms are directly by its side. If you're in Java, don't even worry about that, because it's actually better that yours don't have arms. But you want to place an upside down spruce slab, pretty much where this thing is standing. So if you just, you can do this with some pistons and stuff if you like place one here and have it push in. But because that moves the armor stand's position, I'm going to stand here to /set block, tilde, 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 spruce slab, and then I'll do a space bracket, and you'll see it comes up with the Minecraft vertical half. So I'm just going to press tab, and then I'll do a space, equals, and then you see it's either bottom or top, and we want top. And then you'll end quotation, end bracket, and enter. And you see it places it there. Left of that, you'll place 2 more upside down spruce slabs, and then planks on the end. Now, we'll do the rest actually first. From the back left spruce plank, you'll place a top snow. Right of that, a birch button. Right of that, you'll have a player head facing backwards. But also in front of the birch button, you'll place another snow. Back right-hand corner, flower pot with a bamboo in it. Now, where the armor stand is, at the top half, you can stand on this block again, and do the same thing. /set block, tilde, tilde, tilde. You want nether brick fence, which is nether underscore brick underscore fence. And again, once you kind of see it, you can hit tab, or you can even tab through them. Here, I'll actually show you. If I just type nether brick here, I can go tab, 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 and you see I have fence. So you should have this. I guess clear your inventory and get out. You need a leather chestplate, or tunic, my bad. A water bucket for the cauldron. Black dye for the cauldron. And you need a smithing table. A netherite ingot. And you need an armor trim, which is going to be the, I believe it's Century. Yeah, it's actually the first one in the creative inventory. And that should be everything. So put water in your cauldron and put black dye in there. Right click on the cauldron with your leather tunic, which will make it a black tunic. Place your smithing table down. Put in your armor stand in the first slot, your tunic in the second, and then your netherite ingot in the third. And if you grab that and pop it on the armor stand, that's your fan design. If you feel like that's a little bit low, you can actually, like, put some... I don't even know what you could actually do there. Never mind, because of the way that is. I don't really know. I just work here. Clear your inventory anyway from there. Now you can get out. Item frame. A mace if you're in creative. If you're in survival, just don't. Paper. Hold on. I gotta like think about this. Okay, we'll go around. Why not? Red nether brick walls. Oak fence. Dark oak trapdoors. Oak sign. Dark oak sign. And then we'll go glowing sack, but you do also need red dye. So directly in front of the armor stand on the desk here, you'll place an item frame with a mace in it. I will have to rotate it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess the hammer end of the mace is on the right side and the stick end is on the left. I forget what this represents, but it's something. Just in front of the door here on the left, you'll place an oak fence at the bottom. In front of that, red nether brick wall. Gap of 1, red nether brick wall. These are, I think, fire hydrants or gas canisters, one of the two. On top of that back red nether brick wall, you'll place 2 dark oak trapdoors opened up against the wall. You'll place the same thing in front against the wall as well. Just in front of the little black and yellow checkerboard pattern above the door, you'll place an oak sign. Above it, item frame with paper in it rotated 3 times. Behind that, you'll place a dark oak sign and go down a line. You will place an asterisk, which is Shift 8 if you're on keyboard. And then you'll do EX. And if you go back to the front, I'm just going to press spaces until I am pretty much at the end there, which should be there. And then you'll place the dark oak sign above the other half, down a line, type IT, and again do the same thing this time on the back with the spaces until you're pretty much at the end here. Right click on each once with glowing sack and once with red dye, which you can get rid of the glowing sack to get out. We'll get the rest of the item frame papers out of the way. And my Wi-Fi connection got lost. I'm about to get disconnected. That's cool. On the right side here, from the strip mangrove, you'll count forward by 1 and place an item frame there with paper in it again, rotated 3 times. Behind the back yellow concrete here, you'll do the same thing, item frame with paper in and rotated 3 times. And now I can't see the build. Okay, that was just fun. Anyway, from this point, from this polished deep slate stair here in the wall, you'll count down diagonally left by 1 and place an item frame. From this particular one, both left and below it, you'll place more item frames again with paper in and rotated 3 times. God dang it. Okay, there we go. You should be able to clear your inventory and get out next. Polish deep slate stairs. Polish deep slate slabs, which we'll use for blocks. Paintings. This office is so much. Stripped oak wood. A weighted, I believe, heavy pressure plate, which is the gold one. Oh, it's light, my bad. You know, I think gold is heavier than iron, so I would assume that's the heavy one, but I guess that's not how that logic works. A white banner. Nether brick fence. And we'll go, I guess, blackstone slabs. And block of coal? Sure. So, on the side here, this strip mangrove on the far left will be replaced with a polished deep slate stair facing forward. Once you have this problem, I think you can get rid of that stair. No, you do need it, however, I guess just like, I don't know, get rid of it for a second and then just block pick it back. Yoink. Above that, you'll actually place a 1x2 painting, which should be the horse dude. The dude riding the horse. It's not a dude that's a horse. It's... Oh my... Give me... There's 3 options. Come on, game. Jesus. They need a new system for the paintings. I swear to God, it's terrible. Anyway, still in this corner at the bottom, you'll place a stripped oak wood with a gold pressure plate on top. Off the front, you'll place a white banner. Right of that, you'll place a, whoopsies, full row of nether brick fence going up, and I'm going to break the blackstone slab at the top and replace it with a nether brick fence as well. Just right of the nether brick stair that is right of the polished deep slate, or nether brick fence that is right of the polished deep slate stair, left of it? No, right of it. You'll place another 1x2 painting here, which is the Mario looking dude. Somebody told me it's not Mario. I don't care. I'm still calling it Mario. Just as a side note, if they're watching this, I'm still calling it Mario. Count right by that from a block and trace it down and place going right 2 polished deep slate blocks. You will then place 3 upside down slabs and then an upside down stair facing right. Copy that moving forward, except the rightmost slab will be a block of coal on this row. Going left or right on the frontmost row of the desk, you'll place a polished deep slate slab, gap of 1, and then 4 polished deep slate slabs. On the back row, going left to right on this first block, you'll place a black stone block with a slab on top. Right of that, you'll place 2 blocks of coal on top of each other. Right of that, a singular one. Then a gap of 1. Block of coal with a black stone slab on top. Right of that, just a block of coal. We're almost done this room, don't worry. You can clear your inventory again and get out. Cobbled deep slate slabs, which we'll use for like the 1 block we need. Cobbled deep slate stairs. Glow item frames. Black banner. Light gray banner. Acacia fence gate. Gray concrete. Top snow or snow. I can't not call it top snow, you know? It's too weird. And then we'll get out a nice old cake. So, first off, from the front left-hand corner of the desk, you'll count, I guess, forward diagonally left by 1 and place a cobbled deep slate block here. Place a cobbled deep slate stair on top with another slab on top of that. Left and right of this stair here, you'll place glow item frames. Underneath the glow item frames, you'll place black banners. Behind the slab at the top here, you'll place an acacia fence gate. And you want to open it from the back side here, so it opens towards that slab like so. That is Candy Cadet. Hopefully he has candy for me. All day, every day. Right of this slab here, where there's this gap, you'll place a gray concrete. I forget what that is, to be honest. In the gap at the back of the desk, you'll place top snow until you're about 2 short of the top, so it should be 6 if I'm correct. 3, 4, 5, 6. It might be 5. No, it is 6, actually. I lied. Off of the block of coal here at the bottom of the desk, you'll place a light gray banner. Off this block of gold at the top, you'll place a cake. Clear your inventory and get out a candle. Just a normal one, no colors. Flint and steel or fire charge if you're feeling... Can you light a candle with a fire charge? I don't actually know. I'm assuming you can. Stone button. Mangrove button. Skeleton skull. Nether brick fence is back. Dark oak slab, which we'll use for plank. Dark oak stair. And, we're gonna be like 2 short. We'll go with chains. How many will we be short exactly? 3, yeah, unfortunate. On the cake, you'll place a candle and then you'll light it on fire. That's such an ominous sentence. From the vent here, below the one you can actually crawl in, below the left half, you'll place a stone button, below the right half, a mangrove. Just right of the vent, you'll place a skeleton skull. I think this is the... It's an Ennard head, I think. I don't fully remember. Anyway, in the back right-hand corner, you'll place a nether brick fence with a dark oak plank on top. Upside down dark oak stair on top of that. Dark oak slab on top of that. Left of it, on the floor here, you'll place 3 chains moving up. You can clear your inventory and you can get out light blue terracotta, purple concrete, and red concrete. And from the change, you'll go up with a light blue terracotta, and then a purple concrete, and then left with a red concrete. And that's your office done for FNAF 1. And if you aren't following the others, your tutorial is done. You don't have to watch the rest of the video. If you are following the other ones, just why is really what I want to know. But yeah, let's do FNAF 3. Yippee. So for the FNAF 3 office, it's kind of similar to the FNAF 1 office in a way, and it has a similar wall pattern going on. There is one major change, though, which you'll notice pretty quickly. And funnily enough, it actually makes it closer to FNAF 1 than this map. But you want to get out to start. Gray concrete pattern, block of quartz, black concrete, red terracotta, gray concrete, tough, plain old tough. Where is it? Oh wait, it's in stone, isn't it? That's so cringe. Black stone slabs, ochre ferroglite again, and stone slabs? Sure, we'll go with that. So, for the walls, just directly on top of the purple pillar, you can place gray concrete powder going around the edges. I'm gonna lose my mind after 4 of these. Oh my god. Then the next 2 rows of the walls are also the same, where you have the black concrete block of quartz checkerboard pattern going all the way around. And then from there, it will be the strip mangrove wood on top. I should really do 2 today and 2 tomorrow, but I guess whenever I am not streaming next. But, you know, I'm not that guy. I gotta do it all in one day. You then need strip mangrove wood. I didn't get that out. Are you for real? Get rid of your gray concrete powder. We don't need that again. And get out strip mangrove wood and go around the edges. Again, still leaving the gaps where the doors are. Or the vent, alternatively. Let's go all the way across here and then break the extra, as I've been doing. Then from there you'll place 3 rows of tough on top of everything. And we'll still ignore it for the doorways and stuff, I guess. I don't really know. This one's fairly easy. It should be easy, at least. I don't know. It looked easy when I was just kind of, like, running through them all, taking peeks, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now, under the vent on the right side, which is the front of the 2 openings, you'll place gray concrete. And then that really means you can just bring the rest of the walls or connect them together above, ignoring the gray concrete powder, which thankfully we don't have anyway. And then the rest of the floor will be a red terracotta black concrete pattern. So you'll just use the black concrete to, you know, be where the black concrete was before. And wherever the white, or the block of quartz would be in this floor pattern, you will just use red terracotta. I cannot place anything right now. Jesus. It's okay. We'll get there. We won't get there. It's so over, chat. It's so over. But anyway. Oh my god, I'm struggling hardcore. It's okay. We're working on it. One really bad step at a time. Oh my goodness gracious. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, well, this is okay. It's not really okay. I'm just kidding. There you go. From this point, you'll take the bottom row of tuff where the doorways are, and also where the vent should be. I did not mean to cover that up above the vents, which is, I guess, the top row of tuff. And you'll make them each black concrete. Which that means the top 2 rows of tuff can be connected above the doorways, and, I don't know, the vent is already dealt with. Before we do the ceiling, we have a couple of things, actually, to... Well, we'll do 1, I guess, or 2. Between the chiseled tuff bricks on the ceiling, you'll place an ochre ferroglite directly in the middle. On the side walls where they are, you will place a stone block with an upside-down stone slab below. On the right side in particular, you will leave a gap of 2 moving forward and place another one of these things. These, I believe, are pipes, but I don't quite remember. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. And then anyway, the rest of the ceiling is upside-down black stone slabs. Again, if you did FNAF 1 office. I guess I'll ask a different question in each of them. That'll be funny. Let me know what your favorite overall FNAF tutorial I've made is so far. This honestly is up there for me just because of the fact that with the different offices, I think they look pretty good. But Sister Location might be my favorite. I do love Sister Location. One more thing before we clear inventory. At the far right side, I mean, you won't really have to break all of this, but just for simplicity's sake, you want to break going right to left in line with a checkerboard pattern these first 5 blocks. You'll then break 2 rows up, so you'll just have a 5x3 broken into your wall. And then you'll fill it with black concrete. Just like so. I believe that's everything we can do. Sure. Clear your inventory, and we're going to do the desk. And if you remember the desk, it's almost the same. You need spruce slabs, flower pot, bamboo, blue candle, yellow candle, snow or top snow. And you do need a nether brick fence, but we're not going to get it out to save inventory space because we're just going to use set block for it. Cauldron, water bucket, and we'll go with black dye, I guess. Kind of funny we're doing this the same way. So, from the vent on the right side, you want to count over from this front block to the 4th block over, which is this one. Place a spruce plank here. Left of it, you want to place the most important thing that we forgot, which is an armor stand. However, before you start clearing stuff, you can place your cauldron on the floor and just put water in it with black dye, and then you can get rid of those 3. And then you can get out your armor stand, and I guess a leather tunic as well, along with... We'll go the smithing table so we can place that down next to the cauldron for now. Anyway, in this block, you'll place an armor stand. So, I'm not even going to type this command again. It's /set block... tilde, 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 spruce slab, and then you can just see that. If you're standing on where the armor stand is, you'll just type in this command. It should give you the prompts as you do it, so essentially, like, you know, once you type spruce underscore slab and put a bracket, you'll see, oh god, you'll see the vertical half part up here, so you can literally just hit tab for most of it, but you want top half, like so. And then above that, you want a nether brick fence with the set block command as well. You can bring that upside down slab left by 2 and then place a spruce plank to the left. Bring that whole thing forward a row. And then from the nether brick fence here, you'll place a flower pot with bamboo in it to the right. To the left, you'll place a yellow candle. Then left of that, a blue candle. Left of that, snow. And then from that snow, you'll place one forward diagonally right as well. If you're in Bedrock, you can shift and right-click on the armor stand to make his arms go straight down. It's not a huge deal. If you don't have the arms in Java, it's for the better anyway. You should be able to clear your inventory except for the leather tunic. And get out a netherite ingot. The sentry armor trim... And we'll just get out the stuff for the next step, I guess. Item frame. A mace. Paper. Paintings. Dark oak trapdoors. And I guess we'll get the yellow terracotta out of the way. Sure. So what you want to do is you want to right-click on the cauldron once with your leather tunic to make it black. You will then put in your sentry armor trim in the first slot, in the smithing table, the tunic in the second, and the netherite ingot in the third. You can do amethyst? That's crazy. And then you'll take that out anyway and put it on the armor stand. And that's your fan design. In front of that, you'll place an item frame with a mace in it, which I have to rotate it 7 times to make it facing, or make the hammer end of it facing on the right side and the stick end on the left. God, Lord, words. On the back wall of the build, just underneath the vent, you'll place 2 item frames, just 1 under each half. You'll extend to the left by 1 and place paper in each of these rotated 3 times. To the left of that as well, you'll place a 2x2 painting up against the corner here, which I have as the one with the cake and the pot and the, what's the other thing? The flower. Sunflower. From this point, you can... What is going on with... Never mind, actually. I don't want to ask questions. They're all like that, so whatever. On the left half here, just in front of the door, you'll place a yellow, or a block... And then 1 more block forward, you'll place a yellow terracotta. Place 2 dark oak trapdoors on top of that, opened up against the wall, and bring each of them forward by 1. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Place a 2x2 painting above the trapdoors, which should be Bob Ross. If you care. I'm gonna not care if I don't get him again, like right about now. Whatever, you're being the wither this time. On the right side above where the vent is here, in line with the strip mangrove, you'll have another 2x2 painting, which I have as the cake one again. Hell yeah. You can then clear your inventory and get out an acacia button. I'll give you a second. Then you want the stair... No, wait, just the slab version of each of these, actually. No, you do need the stair version. I lied to myself. The slab and stair version of each of these. Dark prismarine. Nether brick. Sorry, I'm just processing this here. Dark oak. And I guess we'll get out the warped. It's kind of unfortunate, but we do need it, so we'll get it out. Off the right side of the yellow terracotta here, you'll place an acacia button. Going across the back here, left to right, you want to do as follows. You will place, going right, 2 dark prismarine, gap of 1, 2 nether brick, gap of 4, and then 2 dark oak here in the corner. With each of these, you will be doing the same thing with their respective blocks. You will bring those back blocks each up by 1. Then place upside down stair on top of that. Upside down stair, that's so weird. Then in front of that, an upside down slab. Then above that, just a normal slab. From the bottom, each bottom block will be brought forward by 1. And then you'll place a slab on top of those blocks. Just to the right of the nether brick one, these are arcade cabinets, by the way. From the second block up, you'll place a warped plank. On top of it, upside down warped stair. On top of that, a warped slab. That is the Bonnie, I believe? A little statue? From this point, you can clear your inventory again and get out. Nether brick fence. Soul torch. Stripped oak wood. A weighted light pressure plate, which is the gold one. And a white banner. And that should finish the office unless I'm missing something blatantly obvious. Underneath the warp thing, you'll place a nether brick fence. Above the front black concrete on each doorway, you'll place a soul torch. I missed another block. That's so cool. Between the warped Bonnie statue and the dark oak arcade cabinet, you'll have a kind of 3-block gap here where you'll place a stripped oak wood in the middle. Place a pressure plate on top and a white banner off the front. And bam, that's your FNAF 3 office done. As mentioned, if this is the only office you are making, then you don't need to watch the rest of the video and you're done with your UCN map. Good job. Congratulations. Now, this is the FNAF 4 office we're going to work on. I'm going to kind of argue, honestly, this is the easiest of the offices. So, to start off, you need cyan terracotta, gray concrete, black concrete, blue concrete powder, An ochre froglite. Calcite, kind of need the main wall material, I would assume. Smooth quartz stairs. Diorite slabs. And, like, what else do we even need? Honestly, we're gonna make the desk, too. We'll get out the spruce slabs right now. So, this one is a little bit easier. Going around the edge here of the walls, you're going to place just going up from each block 2 cyan terracotta or 2 gray concrete. You're just having an alternating pattern between those two. The same rules apply with the corners, however, where they don't actually count, technically. Just like so. We're almost there. We're just going to make all the walls, and there's a couple spots we'll have to break for, and we'll just do that after. Anyway, on top of that, you'll end up placing just 4 rows of calcite, straight up. And, yeah, we'll just call it that. Do not cover up the vent at the back. I forgot to mention that last time, and did last time as well. I wasn't really thinking about it, and it just kind of happened, you know. And above it also, you do actually want black concrete instead of calcite. Should point that out. And, yeah. I'm almost done. Let's go. Not really. I mean, I'm halfway through the offices, which is, I guess, like half the tutorial in its own right, I would imagine. I don't know. I feel like the main thing was like 45 minutes. Anyway, you should have this. Before we do anything, the front pathway on the right. You're covering the bottom with black concrete as in the floor level. And then everything else above there is honestly just a wall pattern. You're leaving this first row open, and then again it's the gray concrete, cyan terracotta above, and then the 4 rows of calcite above that. For each of the 2 doorways, you're placing 2 rows of calcite at the ceiling, and then a row of black concrete below. From this point, you can fill in your floor with blue concrete pattern, which does include within the doorways, by the way. That just counts as part of the office floor, I guess, because of the way that it looks in-game and in my build. Figure I should specify both, you know. Be hilarious. Who is pinging me, and why are they pinging me? I don't want to be pinged. So, from this point, we can actually make the FNAF 4 closet. From the back right-hand corner here, you want to count left by 3, and you'll break the next 3 blocks. You'll then break 3 rows moving up, and you'll fill in this gap a block backwards with black concrete. Oh, Lord. Just like so. The purple that is visible here, or whatever it may be, you'll just replace with blue concrete powder. Off of the, not in the gap, but 1 block out on the left and right, you'll just place 4 smooth quartz stairs moving up that all face forward. Between the chiseled tough bricks on the ceiling, you'll place an ochre froglite, and the rest of the ceiling will be upside down diorite slabs. Covering it all up. As mentioned, this office is fairly simple. Really, I mean, it's probably got the least detail. FNAF, actually, none of them really have detail other than one, and I'd say sister location is pretty annoying as well. Poor FNAF 2 not even getting its own office, and that's tough luck. Every other game before UCN that isn't Pizzeria Sim or FNAF 2 got an office. Out of the main ones, I'm not including, like, FNAF World. I think that's the only other one. Maybe AR, but AR doesn't count. No, AR was after, wasn't it? Because AR was the one before VR, I thought. I could be entirely wrong on that. I'm not sure. I'm not up to date on my FNAF lore. Anyway, I would get rid of just your diorite slabs and get out an armor stand. From the black concrete here at the front half of the vent, you want to count left to the 4th blue concrete powder and place a spruce plank here. Left of that, you're placing an armor stand. Now, when you place this armor stand, you can stand where it is positioned. And you want to do this command here. The /set block, tilde, 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 spruce underscore slab, and then in brackets, and in quotations, Minecraft vertical half equals top. You can see it at the bottom there. As you're typing it, pay attention to the left side. You see where it says destroy, keep, replace for me? That's essentially prompts, and you can just hit tab, and it will fill in whatever the top one will be. Like, if I hit tab right now, you see destroy comes in. Not that I need anything, but anyway. And then you'll place your slab. Left of that slab, you want 2 more, and then a spruce plank at the end. Bring each of those planks and slabs forward by 1. Clear your inventory and get out. We're going to start with the kind of, like, half necessities. We're going to just place everything down. So, cauldron, water bucket, smithing table, black dye. I don't know why I'm going in this order. The sentry armor trim. The leather tunic. That's what I'm looking for. A netherite ingot. And I feel like that's everything we need for this. So place down your cauldron with water in it. Right-click once with black dye, and then right-click on it with the leather tunic, so you have your black shirt. Place down your smithing table. In the first slot, you're putting your sentry armor trim. In the second, you're putting your leather tunic, and in the final one, you're putting not black dye, but a netherite ingot. Put it on the armor stand. And then if you're in Bedrock, you can shift and right-click, and it will put the arms by the armor stand size, just so they're less visible. But if you're in Java, you don't worry about it, because you don't have the arms to deal with anyway. You can clear your inventory and then get out from this point. Stripped warped hyphae. There's a good reason we're starting with that, I swear. Not really, actually. There's really no reason. Warp slab. Flower pot. Bamboo. Birch button. Snow. Item frame. A mace. And then you also want a crimson fence. Before we do anything else, I almost forgot about this step. Stand on top of where the armor stand is on the slab, and you'll do a different slash set block command. You're just going to do slash set block tilde 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 nether brick fence. I'll show it to you again. It's just that one. Pretty simple. In front of that armor stand, you'll place an item frame with a mace in it, and I have to rotate it 7 times. You want the hammer end of the mace facing right and the stick end facing left. I sound like a broken record from this, I swear. Right of the armor stand, you'll place a flower pot with bamboo in it. Left of it, you'll place a warp slab, birch button, and then off either side of the birch button, you'll place snow. From this point, at the back left-hand corner, you are going to go up and place 3 sideways stripped warp hyphae like so. Bring either of them right by 1. And then you're gonna do the same thing in the back right. Just make sure it's only 2 tall instead of 3. On the front of each stripped warp hyphae, except for 1, you're placing birch buttons. The unlucky guy is this bottom left one on the right dresser. Because there's a block there, so there's no point in placing it if we're just gonna have to destroy it, you know? On top of the right dresser and the right half, or sorry, the left dresser and the right half of it, you'll place a crimson fence with an item frame off the front. We'll focus on that more in a second. Funnily enough, this is a different fan design. Clear your inventory anyway and get out. Wither skeleton skull. An end crystal. Sandstone wall. Blue concrete. Polished diorite stair. Tripwire hook. Paintings. Purple concrete. And an acacia button. I believe we're 1 material short from finishing. In the item frame here, you'll place an end crystal. On the block to the left of it, this is going to be annoying to place. Never mind, just kidding. You want to place a wither skeleton skull facing into the wall. You can literally just come up here and stand above it and place it facing this way. On the right dresser, on the left half of it, you'll place a sandstone wall with a blue concrete on top. From that blue concrete, you'll count up diagonally right by 1 and place a polished diorite stair in the wall there. You do see this light gray concrete powder. I would just ignore it, really. I mean, it's there. Whatever. Anyway, in front of where this birch button is missing, you're placing a purple concrete with an acacia button off the front. You have a couple of paintings to deal with here. Below the right half of the vent on the back wall, you'll place a 1x1. Here, I have it as the salmon bowl. Below that, you'll place another 1x1, which I have as the little kiwi bird. Then left of that, I have another 1x1, which is the black and white one with whatever is going on with that. I don't know. From the closet here, you'll take this smooth quartz stair at the top right and count up diagonally right by 1, and you have another 1x1 here. This one is the one that I call a giraffe or camel, and it's really neither of them. It's some yellow thing. It's a creature. I don't know. This one. Maybe it's like a zebra? Lion? That's definitely a face. You can't convince me otherwise. On the right wall, just behind the top layer of the doorway here, or in front of, I guess, the top layer of the door on the right, that is not the black concrete, it's the opening, you'll have a 2x1 painting, which is the nice mountain skyline. One more material, you need the waxed, weathered, cut copper slab, and it's going to be in front of this birch button on the leftmost dresser on the right half of it. It'll just be kind of there in the middle of the floor. Oh yeah, the tripwire hook. On the doorway on the left side, you're having a tripwire hook in front of that calcite there. Bam. There's your FNAF 4 office done. Now it's your sister location if you're following that. If you're not, then you're done here. Congratulations. It's time for somehow the hardest and the easiest office at the same time. The sister location office. This one has everything going on one wall. However, everything else is like just a breeze. So to start off with this one you want to get out. Polished andesite. Cobbled deep slate. Where? Right, it's in here. Cobbled deep slate slabs. A sea lantern. Wow, it changed. Gray concrete. Black concrete. And we're actually going to start the desk just to start something or other. Spruce slabs. An armor stand. And we'll go with... What will we go with? Man, I hate decisions. Get out a cauldron. Sure, why not? So around the perimeter wall that we have marked out already, you will just place, actually, a lot of rows of cobbled deepslate. 3, 4, 5. You're placing 6 rows of cobbled deepslate on top of all of your walls. Make sure you leave the vent at the back open, and where it ends, above it, you're placing black concrete. But yeah, this, again, as I mentioned, this office starts off really easy, but it turns really complicated really quick. The back wall becomes just a conglomeration of parts that may or may not be may not be able to be differentiated from each other. There we go. That's a sentence. Differentiation. That's a fun word to say. I love saying that word. Unfortunately, it's a stupid word and has like 0 usage ever, but it's fun to say, so it's got that going for it. Not really anything else, though. And my dog is barking at probably nothing. That's cool. Sure do love when that happens. The vent on the right side. In the floor, you will place gray concrete, and then you'll just connect the top 5 cobbled deep slates together above it. On the other doorways, you're connecting the top 2 cobbled deep slate together, and then placing black concrete below that. Fill in your floor with polished andesite. Again, really easy. It gets more complicated after, like, the desk. Because the desk is not really more complicated than the others. It's the same freaking thing again. Yes, I had to make the desk 4 times. Please save me. With like 1 change per thing. It's diabolical. Between the chiseled tough bricks on the ceiling, you're placing a sea lantern, and then the rest of the ceiling is covered in upside-down cobbled deep slate slabs. Technically, if you think about it, I had to make a UCN office 8 different times. Because I had to make each of these... I guess the desk 8 different times, actually. That would be my main measurement, but that's rough. I'm not gonna lie. 4 for the tutorial and 4 for the original. And my suffering. From the front half of the vent here on the right wall, you want to count to the 4th polished andesite to the left and place a spruce slab. Or sorry, spruce plank. Left of that, an armor stand, and over the bottom half of the armor stand, you're doing a set block command. It is this one. /set block tilde 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 spruce slab Minecraft vertical half equals top. As you're typing it, you'll notice the pop-ups on the left. You see where it says destroy key place. If you press tab, it'll hit you with one of those. So it'll just help you with typing. You don't have to specifically type it perfectly because you can have it do the rest for you. Just as long as you get like the first letter ready. Pretty much. Anyway, you'll do that. Also on top of that slab, to get it out of the way so I don't forget this time, you're doing a /set block tilde 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 nether brick fence command at the top half of the armor stand. That is just so it has something to kind of block mainly the like head of the armor stand, I guess the neck of it. Anyway, left of that upside-down spruce slab, you're placing 2 more upside-down spruce slabs and then a plank at the end. Bring all of that forward by 1, except for the armor stand and fence. Somewhere in the room, place a cauldron on the floor. Clear your inventory, and then it's time to start working. Get out water bucket, black dye, a smithing template, or smithing table, excuse me. Although you do need the sentry armor trim. And with it you will need a netherite ingot, which I know is expensive, but oh well. And then from there, it's something else. Oh right, the leather tunic. Crazy. And we'll just stop there for now. Fill the cauldron with water. Right-click on it once with black dye. Right-click on that cauldron now with the leather tunic. Place your smithing table down. Open it. First slot, put your sentry armor trim. Second, your dyed leather tunic. And third, your netherite ingot. Grab out the result, pop it on the armor stand. If you're in Bedrock, shift-click on the armor stand to make the arms go by its sides so they're a little less visible. Java, it doesn't really matter. Then get rid of the smithing table and cauldron and clear your inventory. From here, you want to get out. Snow. Birch button. I get, oh, there's one actually only. A soul lantern. A flower pot. Bamboo. Item frame. Mace. A nether brick fence, and then a skeleton skull. We will need most of these, or a good amount of these materials. Again, I am seeing... just don't worry about it, really. Like, they're a problem for later, you know? Anyway. Right of the armor stand. Flower pot with bamboo in it. Left of the armor stand. Soul lantern. Birch button. Off each side of the birch button, you're placing snow. In front of the armor stand, you want an item frame with a mace that should be rotated if you have the same direction as me, 7 times. You want the hammer end of the mace facing right, the stick end facing left. Along the left wall on the second cobble deep set in front of the door, you want a nether brick fence with a skeleton skull on top facing straight to the right. I forget what that one is, to be honest. I know what the other ones are, I just don't know what that one is. On the wall on this side as well, hold on, I looked on the... In front of the black concrete here, you'll place an item frame. Up diagonally forward, place another. And then clear your inventory. Get out. Dark oak signs. Paper. Torches. Paintings. Light blue concrete. White terracotta. Birch stairs. Prismarine brick slabs. And we'll go with blue concrete, I guess. So, on the wall that we just were on, place paper in either of the item frames and rotate them 3 times. Below the bottom item frame, you'll place a dark oak sign with another one in front of it, like so. On both sides, you're placing dark oak signs just above the black concrete with nothing on them. On specifically the left, you'll have a torch behind it. Just because I want to get it out of the way, on the right side there is a soul torch, so just get rid of your torch and get out a soul torch. So you have this. While we're paying attention to the right side, actually, just in front of the black concrete on the upper half of the doorway, you'll place a 1x2 painting, which should be Mario, as I'm calling him. From the bottom half of that in front, you'll place another 1x1, which is that weird black and white one with the triangle in it. That one. And there's the triangle. Below either of those paintings, you'll place a dark oak sign. Directing our attention back to the back left, you want to, going up from the very corner, place a light blue concrete, and then 2 white terracotta. Bring that forward a row, and right from the bottom light blue concrete, you'll place a birch stair. Place an upside down birch stair on top of that, and then a white terracotta on top of that stair. Bring the bottom stair right with a light blue concrete, and then place 2 white terracotta on top of that. On the furthest right white terracotta and the furthest left front white terracotta, you'll place prismarine brick slabs. Ignore the middle for now. Although actually on the block above these stairs here, you'll place a blue concrete. With a 1x1 painting above that, and this painting happens to be the one with the poppy on it. Poppy or rose, I don't know. Poppy playtime reference? No way. I'll get it one of these days. There we go. This is like those, I think it's the China dolls where they like open and there's a smaller one inside, you know? It's those. There's like 3 of them, I think you can see. Anyway, from this point, you can clear your inventory. And get out. Light blue terracotta. Magenta terracotta. Chiseled tough bricks. Polished tough. I don't understand why the polished are here, but whatever. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense, but the way they're separated annoys me. Sandstone wall. Red nether brick wall. Skeleton skull. Where the frick are the skulls? There they are. Player head again. And we'll go with an oak sign. Why not? From this blue concrete, left of it, you'll place a light blue terracotta, and on top of that, a magenta terracotta. Just to the right of the middle white terracotta row here on the thing we just made, you want to go right and place 5 polished tuff. Bring that forward a row. And the back row also wants to be brought down a row. Ah, yes, down a row. From the left and the right, you'll take the, I guess, left and right 2 most polished tuff and bring them out with 2 chiseled tough bricks, still specifying that bottom row. Going left to right on this thing we just made on the back row, you'll place on the leftmost block a sandstone wall with a skeleton skull on top. Right of that, a skeleton skull on the polished tuff, with an oak sign actually on the cobbled deep side above it. Then right of that, you'll place a skeleton skull off of the wall. Right of that, a nether brick wall with a player head on top. And then right of the player head, you'll place another oak sign. From that oak sign, you'll place a light blue terracotta right of it. Up diagonally left from that, you'll place a magenta terracotta. And back from that light blue, you'll count right by 2, up by 1, and place a light blue terracotta there. That's what you should have. You can clear your inventory yet again and get out this time. Smooth quartz slab. Smooth quartz stair. Stone button. Dark oak sign. Item frames. And you need 2 of the newer music discs. It's like the teal greenish one and the one with the orange and gray kind of copper look. Where are music discs anyway? They're somewhere down here, aren't they? There they are. It is, yeah, it's the Aaron Sheriff Precipice, and it is Creator from Lenerain. Not the music box version, the normal one. In addition, I guess, you can get out purple concrete, And we'll get out a white... Is that a white concrete or a smooth quartz, actually? That's a smooth quartz, so we'll end up getting out blackstone walls then, because we already have smooth quartz slabs. Going across the polished tuff left to right, you'll place an item frame with the teal music disc in it. What is that one called? Precipice again? That one's creator. Right of that, stone button. Gap of 1. Dark oak sign. Right of that, item frame with, this time, actually precipices in it. I love that name. That's such a cool word. Precipice. Anyway. Between the player head and the oak sign left of it, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab with an upside down smooth quartz stair on top. Where the light blue terracotta and magenta terracotta meet at a diagonal, you have the oak sign on the kind of, I guess, inner side, or I guess the bottom side, and on the top side, you're going to place a purple concrete. Right of the light blue terracotta below the purple, you'll place a smooth quartz block with 2 blackstone walls below. To finish off the office and the build, you can clear your inventory and get out crimson slabs, red nether brick slabs, a red concrete, dark oak trapdoors, and I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah. Left and right of the top, left and right of the top blackstone wall, God, sorry. You're gonna place dark oak trapdoors opened up against it. Below the bottom one, you'll place a red concrete. In front of the red concrete, place a red nether brick block with a slab on top. Left and right of that, you'll do the same thing, but with crimson, and then bring the crimson each back by 1 into the corner here. And, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Five Nights at Freddy's, well, your sister location office complete, but also your ultimate custom night map complete. That was fun, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments down below. The next FNAF tutorial map would be, I don't even know what it would be, actually, because that's kind of the main game's done, honestly. But, yeah, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.